Because I don't understand a man who doesn't want to date women with children when you come from a mother.
Why do we constantly shame men when they say they don't want to date a woman with kids? Subscribe, let's talk about it.
I know this is going to sound real crazy. I know this is going to go over a lot of people's heads. But I feel like men who don't want to date women with children have issues with their own mother. Why? Because I don't understand a man who doesn't want to date women with children when you come from a mother, when you come from a woman. And I'm pretty sure your mom has children, which means you have siblings. So how do you feel about your mother? It doesn't make any sense to me. Some will say, well, that's his choice. He can feel how he want to feel. He doesn't have to date a woman with children because he comes from a woman. This is true, but I feel like you're projecting trauma onto other people because you haven't healed from whatever happened to you, or however you might feel about your own family or about your own mom. Men who don't want to date women with children either don't like their mother or they have mom issues. Go get healed. Stop projecting your trauma on other women, other people, and do the right thing.
It took a while to say a lot of nothing, and right at the end she told the whole thing. Do the right thing. This is what the whole crux of it was saying. Do the right thing. Men have heard this all the time. So again and again and again. I'm going to shame you. I'm going to identify and say something is wrong with you. And in order for you to fix that, you're going to now have to do XXX, the work, therapy, whatever, in order for you to get in line with what I want you to do, what I need you to do. I need you to come, step up, be a stepfather for these children, for multiple men. And I need you to take the brunt of anything that comes with rearing these kids up. It's your responsibility. So when men come and say, hey, off rip, before we do any dates, before we do anything else, how many kids you have? Oh, 2, 3? Okay, I'm out. Full stop. It has nothing to do with my love of my mom. That has nothing to do with because my mom actually had kids. Obviously, that's how I got here. That somehow I'm supposed to hold fealty to women and do that because she had kids. You cannot make this make any type of sense. So what you try to do is play on it emotionally. You try to guilt men, you try to shame them. But when you see people do it and it's so inarticulate, it becomes so brazen, so obvious. It's nothing but it's lit up with all nothing but red flags. Stop it. Right? Stop it. If you're going to continue to try to gaslight, shame us into doing the things that you want us to do, i.e. being stepfathers, i.e. coming and paying all the bills, i.e. taking care and subsidizing your entire life, you got to be clever with it. Right? You got to be clever with it. You got to at least make it seem like I'm winning out on this deal. You're not overly attractive. You're not selling me on anything. You're just trying to come and tell men there's got to be something wrong with you because you don't want to do this because your mom had kids. I don't give a damn that my mom had kids. That's her decision to have kids. I love that she had that decision to have kids. I love me and my siblings. That doesn't mean I'm now going to somehow date a mom with kids because my mom did it. If you want, and this is real, this happens. People get married, people get together with having multiple kids. Now it's a smaller amount. It's typically not the men that you're actually looking for. But when it does happen, why don't you look at the qualities of that man? Why don't you do the through line and say, what type of men are willing to be fathers to women that already have multiple children? Go look at that and then advertise to them. But when you come out to the larger dating market, when you come out to larger social media, and you say things like this does not do anything for your cause. It makes people take one step back, then a couple more steps back, and then they turn and run. If you cannot come with an actual articulate reason why men should do these things, all they're going to do is look at you and say, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The messaging has changed. What men were being told is actually how you're supposed to step up. That has changed from when, the 90s and early 2000s. Now men are having more of a voice and they're saying, yeah, don't do that. I did it. Not a good thing. So I'm trying to warn you. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to help you. Is exactly what we should be doing intergenerationally. And one of the profoundest messages, one of the most consistent messages, don't do that. Don't do that. And again, we understand this is not across the board. This is not saying that all single moms are absolutely terrible people to be with. But when you're trying to give advice to the masses, they're going to say, listen, especially if you're young, especially if you haven't been established, anything like that, don't do it. You don't have the wherewithal, you don't have the tolerance, and you don't know how to navigate that thing properly. Don't do it. For those one-offs in those situations, okay, you go in there with your eyes wide open and understanding what is about to happen to you. Before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. Subscriber Sunday coming up, 7 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you guys are there. We just have some fun, laughing, joking, all that good stuff. Rah, 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 rah. But besides that, merch is open. We got merch in the store, so hype the video, share the video. So back to specifically this tactic. When you're trying to tell men, and men are looking at this and they're holding being a stepfather, they're saying like that's one of the last things that they want to do. When you're now trying to convince them that there must be something wrong with them, they're in some sort of deficit, they're broken in some face. You see, this is maybe not even this issue, but when you constantly are given this same messaging over and over again, all it does is make you take further and further steps away from people saying this message. And a lot of times it's black women. You hear this messaging, you say, yo, I'm good, I'm cool, I'm off. Then you get upset when they have this generalized sort of dislike. Now, I know it's hard when you're trying to marry the two, the general and the anecdotal, right? The general and the specific. But what we need to do, what we need to be cognizant of here is how we show up and deciding on our own what we're going to put out there to whatever algorithm, whatever platform, how it may just be one voice, but that voice gets mimicked. We had a video that we showed a couple of days ago where people essentially reading from the same script. And the script is simple: men are bad. So when you're saying some of these things, and it may not be poignant to your life, it may not be well thought out, but it's another way denigrating and putting down men, what do you think is going to happen over time? So we have a lot of small instances, a lot of small videos, a lot of small one-offs, but over time, it's conglomerated into one big message. This is why you have such high dropout rate in terms of dating. Men are constantly being told how they're falling short in one way or another. They're being told, if we could have babies without you, we would get rid of all of you. You're saying the worst things and looking at men and say you're supposed to take that on your chin and somehow still step up. I'm going to denigrate you. I'm going to, rip at your innards while still expecting you to affect the change that I want to see in men. That's not how any of this actually works. People don't move like that. People don't respond well to threats like that and then say, hey, come bring it and give me a hug. You want men to do what you want to do, you have to appeal to them. Like any type of negotiation, like any type of date. Hey, here are the reasons why I'm a good candidate for you. You're telling me how you're showing me why you're the good candidates. But again, look where we got to the point where we can't even have the proper conversation, where we talk about our preferences, we talk about what we like, what we don't like, what our red flags may be. Whenever that is held by a man, it's in short order where you're going to start hearing about all the reasons why you're wrong to hold those opinions. There must be some childhood trauma. There must be some ill in a relationship with your mother. There must have something that has befalled you, something that did you wrong, because this is the natural state of being. It's not. You can't convince men right now in this day and age, right where we are, that the natural state, the most advantageous state for them to play in is going to be where they're coming in and you have multiple kids, multiple baby daddies, where I'm supposed to pick up where some other guy left off, and I'm supposed to do it at a better degree than I'm supposed to love the kids just like they're my own. You do not account for how men feel about a thing. And then when they stop participating with you, and it may not be what you said, but you have to be cognizant of the messaging that's happening around you and that's being filtered through your phones, and very little people are stopping and saying, yeah, that's stupid. Just, bro, that's stupid. That's a dumb take. That's not going to help. That's not going to help you get anything close to what you want. But listen, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you listen to my voice now, you have not subscribed, I think you should. I'm just trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.